I wanted to make a quick video. Why? Why on this subject? Just because the vibes, and I wanted to get more in the practice of like just making videos when I see some shit and actually posting them. This is a practice to get back into the vibes. I have a vlog that will be very lightly, very lightly edited. I mean, I'm telling when I say this is gonna be lightly edited, I mean I'm literally going to place all the clips fucking front to back, and then I'm gonna hit export, and then I'm gonna post it. That's the vibe. That's the where. That's how I'm feeling at the moment. I don't feel like editing. Also, I feel because the I don't feel comfortable making editing decisions at this time because of my perfectionist ideals. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to make a quick video on this. This person is an innocent young lad, innocent boy. Okay, an innocent boy asking. So that obviously you can see the meme. It's she said I was the first guy to treat her right. I'm so cooked. Okay, and the guy says, "Wait, why is this bad?" And I've seen this meme on social, and I've seen the response, and the response is from people that are probably it's probably either a woman or it's somebody who's uh, never been outside. And I'll say never been outside, and I'm using outside in a specific way. Never interacted with women or in the culture to a large enough extent to have any sort of perspective. And then so they're asking. I think it's a genuine question. I think it's a genuine question. And I have a genuine answer that I've not thought about at all. I thought about it before, but I've not thought about it before making this video. So I want to see if I can deliver an efficient exclamation. I have the feeling, I know the feeling that they're talking about in the meme, but I don't know how to articulate it into words. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try. I think the first level that this meme participates on, and this is the primary one, is the feeling. Is there's two levels. I think there's a feelings level of the individual that understands the context of this, and then there's a pragmatic level, which is goes into like if the relationship, if the thing is actually going to work longer term. On the feelings level, if somebody tells you it's the first time they've had, you're the first guy who's treated them correctly, it means that there are many guys, probably that she's interacted with in the past, that have not treated her correctly or treated her well, treated her nice. What can that mean? It means that lots of one night stands, lots of shenanigans, nonsense, right? Fun even, but nonsense. And there's a feeling in there where it's like, well, you don't want. No, I'll be crass here. You don't want leftovers. You don't want the side thing. It's a feeling. I don't know. It comes from. I don't know where it comes from, childhood or whatever. But it's just the vibe of. You don't want you want to buy the new MacBook. You don't want to get the used MacBook, and that's a human being. But that's part of where, in my opinion, that where it comes from. Where it's like, you don't want to be. It's a fairness thing, and so there's two parts of that. Number one, it's a fairness thing. I think if if you're interacting with somebody and I even had this argument earlier when I was talking with these girls who I made the next vlog with. It's like you don't want to be. This girl was talking. She was like, these guys, if they want me, they need the one guy that I went out with. He needed to buy me a Fendi and a Birkin for me to even consider going out with him. And I was like, the funny part about that is that 100% there's somebody 100%, if you're that type of person, there's somebody that's gotten in them pants in 3 hours, in 12 hours, in 1 hour, in 10 minutes. And then there's the other person. And by the way, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to game the way you got to game. But as an aesthetic, first of all, at the end of the day, if you get it, if you get the puss, it is what it is. Enjoy. But there, as an aesthetic, it's like you don't want to, if you kind of feel like a sucker, if you're the guy who bought her the Fendi bag in many ways. It's like, there's something, it's like the third world actually, it's like there's two prices for everything. There's the normal price and then there's a tourist price. And you kind of feel like a sucker if you get the tourist price or you get the American price where they feel like they can just raise the price by 100, 500, $10,000 and you're just going to pay it because you don't know any better. And that's actually the perfect analogy for this. Nobody wants to be a sucker. Nobody wants to be that guy that's like, you got, my boy. So I think it operates on that level. And then let's talk about the pragmatic level, because to some level you could say you could get around all of that with some talk about maybe it's insecure, maybe you could go to a therapist. I don't know you. Or in general, you could just not give a shit. You could just be like, I don't care how many bodies somebody's got. I don't care. And that's probably where adults are and where I'm at in general. It's like, I'm not really. First of all, I hope I don't hear that. I don't usually hear that. But, you just, whatever. You don't care about somebody's past necessarily. But the pragmatic level is if you are the first person to treat them well. And by the way, I've thought that thought about people before. If you are the first person to treat them well, there are, how do you want to say it? There are cycles of behavior. There are there are habits that people have. And if you're the first person that's meeting them after this season of habits that have led them to being treated or having the same experience over and over again man, those habits aren't just going to break overnight. They're not just going to change overnight. I'll tell you that right now. And I'll tell you that from experience. I'll tell you that as a person who, when you try to get out of the whole phase, you have that first girlfriend. Man, hey, some people can just switch, but a lot of people, I don't know. I don't know the statistics, but some people can't, right? And I'm one of those people that I could not just switch over into, and so, the relationship kind of ended a little bit rough, okay? But that's another thing to kind of take into account. It's like, you might be cooked when somebody's used to having these sorts of experiences in their life and then they have a different one. People just return to their baseline, and unless they really have done you could say done some work on themselves, like really looked into things and you're fucked. You're gonna be heartbroken, and that is probably how that's gonna go. So that's where the meme comes from. If you see or hear something like that, you're probably cooked from a pragmatic level, because it means that the girl or the person that you're interacting with is very likely has a history, a pattern of behavior that, man, is probably going to continue, and you're going to have an experience and it's going to suck. And then you're at the beginning of an experience, let's say, unless you decide to do something different. So that's the video for today. I'm going to be uploading the vlog. Hopefully this mic works. I see the sound waves right there, so I don't know. And do I have any updates? I finished my Telegram bot for all the people following, for the 10 people watching the channel, on the coding thing. My strategy, by the way, I don't fuck with no code, and I'll tell you why. I don't like no code stuff because of the limitations that it places. The freedom that you have with actual code, it's beautiful. And now that I've experienced the freedom of just code, it's hard to go back. It's really hard to go back. And sometimes because sometimes the no code just doesn't work and you need to do something else. And the free solution is, I think it's worth it to struggle to some extent, but it's tough. But we're struggling. We're going to do the struggle. My advice, if anybody is doing the AI coding, is build things piece by piece or feature by feature, or pick like 3 features and then hit them one at a time, because to do the whole project, it's just hell, and it will never obviously it will never get done that way most of the time, because the AI, until it gets to perfect, it's gonna make mistakes. Even today, I had to look into the actual API of the Mistral. Some people know the Mistral. I'm using their models for my project here, and so because it's a free It's a free use. It's free use thing, and I even trained it for free. I don't even know how, but I trained it for free, and it works pretty well. But I had to actually like the mistake that the thing was getting. It was kind of crazy. Like the the API, or sorry, the I don't even know. I put the actual documentation into Cursor AI. I put the literal documentation in, and it was still pulling outdated information about the API. So I literally had to go to the repo, read the actual information about the update that happened like 3 months ago, and literally like put the values in myself. And then I mean eventually I got the good advice from the thing on how to actually physically change it piece by piece. But that's something, it's at some level you gonna have to kind of know what the fuck. You have to like know some meanings of something. Maybe not, I could never code the exact Python file. I could never do it, but I at least know, like, I at least know, I have the feeling about some pieces, and then I can direct based on the feeling and the vibe of some areas. And I say it like that because I really mean it like that. Like the brackets in different places, and the I know some things mean that the values are being passed in between. But I don't know. If you tested me, I would get a 0%. I don't know any of it, but I have a vibe of it. So that's what that is. The other updates, I've been delaying. I don't know why. I've been delaying updating all of my suppliers on the clothing business side. I need to send them the updates on like the changes to this. There's really like 3 or 4 updates, and then they will make the next sample. So I'm probably just, since I know I'm procrastinating and I know it right now, I'm just gonna do it after I upload this, after I press upload for this video. I'm just gonna do it. So we have that. We have the skirt creation. So they allegedly, I got the fabric for the new skirts that I'm making. I got the fabric sent over to the supplier, and they are making. I don't know. They didn't confirm they received the denim yet, but it's gonna be an interesting one because it's this raw denim, 7 ounce. It's a really. I hope it's a rugged looking denim. That's my hope. I don't know. I told them. I told them. I didn't give them much direction, but I wanted the Mamiyan Chun skirt made out of denim. So we'll see what they come up with. I think I should give a little bit more direction from maybe about the pleats. Maybe the no, I think I'm gonna leave it. But just hope the pleats come out, because in my head, I really don't know what the potential thing is gonna look like. I'm kind of stuck, and I kind of like it. So I kind of like it like that because it's just gonna be a denim skirt, but it's gonna be a denim skirt with this cool like Chinese kind of pattern type thing. Just so we'll see how that goes. Other than that, yeah. So I have 2 Western shirt suppliers. I need to respond to the one on this, and then the other one had a few questions. So I need to just answer those questions. A few decent questions. They're asking about the actual fabric to use. So I needed to answer that. And then I had one of the fabric suppliers. So like I said, I mean, one of the things is like shit really starts to add up. It really starts to add up really fast, and one of the things that I was thinking is I don't like this is so Notion is how I'm organizing things, but what I don't like, and it's not Notion's fault, it's no one's fault. What I would like is a program or something where I can just talk into it, and then it will record the things that I need to do, and then it will record what I did. Do you understand? So I want to just talk at some shit like I am right now, and it's just taking everything in, and then it just puts it out, summarizes it, and puts it on a 1 page. Okay, and then the next time I go in there, it's updated, pulls all that information to the next sheet, marks the shit that I did, and then what we're doing next, or something like that. I should just be able to talk to the database and be like, hey, we just got this in, we just got this in, we just got this in, and this is what's happening. That would be ideal, because it feels overwhelming. It feels like a lot to just to fucking manually put in the next information, to manually put in the pricing information, and eventually, honestly, we'll probably have to do it in the short term because the idea of creating something like literally from scratch that can fucking look up the database specifically and update it and all that. It's just like probably too much, right? It's probably too much to create like something that can do. I really just need a human being, right? You just need another human being, okay, to update shit. But neither here nor there. Like, we'll probably, yeah, it's fine. It's fine for now. We're just gonna do the work. I'm being late. I'm really lazy. Okay, if I'm lazy. But it is what it is. We're gonna. Anyway, we need to finish. I don't even know if I talked about it. I mean, we're finishing. I have to finish. So I have the Notion bot. I think I talked about it. I'm finishing it today. I think I said that last time I made a video, unfortunately, but it's done today. I literally just need to. I hope so. I mean, I'm adding the Notion integration. The bot works. It processes the deals. All I have to do is connect the JSON, all the finished JSON files that are like pushing to the next thing. I just need to connect those and create new pages for each of them in Notion, which I don't think is rocket science. I think it's just one thing and then we're done, I think. And I'm not even gonna optimize the code right now. I'm gonna leave it as is. All right, I'm gonna leave it as is as soon as I get this done. Because there is some organization that we could do, but we're not doing it. All right, because we're just gonna finish it for now. Because it doesn't need to do a bunch of shit. It needs to be done, is what it needs. So that's that. Well, I guess I really want to do that. I really want to finish that. But let's say, another goal is to just go. I just need to run through all of the supplier stuff before working day tomorrow, just so they can start working on shit. Anyway, that's gonna be that's the update slash, commentary for the day. It would be fun to have like a, first of all, this lighting is ass. I'll tell you that right now. But it'll be fun to have have a little show, like maybe make a structured, like a pod where we just go over the, a random subject, then the coding, then the clothing, and then we finish. That could be like a fun show. So. I feel it feels nice just to bullshit and just post it, right? It's just comfortable, right? It's not my favorite. I don't know if I would watch the video. I mean, I watch my shit sometimes, but it's something, and yeah, it's something. Yeah, cheers.